Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Hope you all are doing well. And today we are here with a very special video that is a 10th house related video when 10th house Lord in different placements from 1 to 12, how it works, how it gives you result. Total video for you people with research. Akashji is there with me. Akashji, Namaskar, Ram Ram.
नमस्कार राम नमस्कार. Yes, Rohit ji.
Akashji, this video is about 10th Lord in various houses, or this is for the Aries ascendant 10th Lord in various
No,
houses?
this is for anyone who want to
Generally,
see how the 10th Lord is placed in different houses. So it
definitely.
can give a clear idea that what kind of energy that 10th house Lord brings for you.
Okay, okay,
Got it? So now here, Rohit, see, this is a small presentation because this will give a clear idea for those people who want to read it very carefully. So let's start with 10th house Lord in the first house. And mostly all these things which I am taking out now is from Bhrigu Samhita. Okay, so from Bhrigu Rishi's books. So now here first we have to remember that the 10th house Lord is the most important house Lord because this is the we are born on this earth to do karma. The only reason for our birth is to do karma and to pay back past life karmas and to earn new karmas and to finish our karmas and get towards salvation or moksha. Okay, Rohit ji. So 10th house planet has a lot of role which we need to do. So, for example, anyone is a doctor, he's also doing his karma. Anyone is a film actor, he's doing his karma. Anyone is a nurse, anyone is a lawyer, they're all doing their karmas decided by our fate or God. Okay, Rohit ji. So here, 10th house Lord in the first house, this placement often signifies a very strong connection between one's self-identity and their career. So now it is the most best placement for anyone to have their 10th house Lord in the first house because there is no stream or nothing which is very specific for them. Somewhere, wherever they're ambitious or wherever they will have their goals or wherever they will feel that things will work good for them, these are the places where they should be moving forward. Like they can do business, they can do job and business, they can do many things, because they are always ambitious, driven, and they're keen on being recognized. Politics is a very important factor here because you need recognition. So politicians, it's a very good placement for politicians who want to become politicians. Other people who want to stand out in a chosen field, like again actors, lawyers, politicians, engineers. There is no limit of anyone who has the placement of 10th house Lord in the first house. There is no limit for them. They can go beyond, way and beyond, only by their personal effort, because the first house is your lagna. That means it is you yourself. If the karma is in the lagna bhav, then that means that somehow you have to drive yourself rather than, I will choose this and that and someone will back me. No, it is only you individually, self-made personality, such people. Moving on to 10th house Lord in the second house. Now, 10th house Lord in the second house means a very different kind of energy which is coming to your chart. Now, also, Rohitji, here depends that if the second Lord is in the 10th house, is the 10th house and second Lord making any combination? And now this is, a generic chart, but it can be any ascendant. It can be Capricorn ascendant, it can be Pisces ascendant, it can be Virgo ascendant. So it completely depends. This is very generic for you to understand that if by chance the 10th house Lord is placed in the second house for you, now here it brings you opportunity related to finance, banking, or speech related professions. Because if we speak about um, the second house, it is the house of finance, it is the house of fixed finance, it is the house of fixed assets. Okay, something that belongs to you. And anyone who has the 10th house Lord in the second house can do very well in finance because they have such kind of energy, and they can advise people in terms of how to manage the finance. They can be very good investment bankers, they can be very good mortgage experts, they can be very good insurance advisors who would tell you how to save money in the future. And speech related profession, anyone who wants to become an RJ, radio, television, such kind of things, who only does not need to show their face, but only their voice, right? This is what the second house really means. Now, here, communication, financial management, or creativity. If there is a mixture of all three things, then it is very good. Right now, digital is everything. So, if you have such placement, you can start your own digital network where you can, you can use creativity, you can do financial management as well as your visible communication, where you know that okay, my communication is going to be very effective. That kind of work is very good, and you can excel in field related to public speaking, writing, and finance management. So those people who have 10th house lord in the second house, this is how your karma is placed, and you should be moving forward in the same way. Now remember, 10th house lord for Aries ascendant is what we'll say,
Saturn.
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 And for Taurus ascendant is now Jupiter. So 100% depends on how, how your planet is. Or no, for Taurus ascendant it is again Rohitji, Saturn. Sorry. And for Gemini ascendant it is Pisces. So it depends on how, where, what placement you have. So it does not mean that
One,
this
one
is
more
very
question.
generic.
One more question I have regarding this. I also think that when 10th house Lord is in second house, you tell me that is that person is a person who has to join family business because this is a
Exactly.
family house.
I was coming to that only, that 10th house, second house is also the house of family. So they should choose, like for example, if someone is a doctor or someone is a bank in the family, they should choose that profession, and with the guidance of family members or parents, you should move forward in that kind of field. So Ruji, yes, it is very important. In the D10 video, we have we have discussed, but this is a completely based on the birth chart. So now also remember, those people who go skip the birth chart and say, "Oh, we will go to division Navamsha D10." Just remember, everything is related to the birth chart. Birth chart is the snapshot of your karma in your past life, and as soon as you're born you are given this kind of planet placement so that you will get such kind of results in this life. So the results are going to be coming from the first house, from the D1, and the effects of the result, bad, good, how intense, will be seen from the D9. Okay, always remember this. Now you should everywhere. That's why the first chart which is made is Lagna chart. So that's why you have to make sure that Lagna chart is the most important, and Lagnesh is the most important. Take any book in today's world, Rohitji. Pick up Horashastra, pick up Brigu Sangha. Tell me one book that will tell you from your planet. It will be clearly written from your Rashi. It will be clearly written placement from moon and placement from ascendant. Nothing else. I've been trying to find that where and how other astrologers are doing Rashi based prediction. I want to understand. I want to learn. But no. K.N. Rao never taught about any Rashi prediction at all. Only ascendant prediction. V.V. Raman, not at all Rashi prediction, only ascendant. So I don't know how people can judge Rashi. For Aries ascendant, Rashi can be Tula or Rashi can be Dhanu. But for Aries ascendant, Jupiter is going to be transiting in the first house. For Dhanu Lagan, if we say that it will be in the seventh house, so how will for Tula Rashi it will be in the seventh house? How can they make predictions on that? So there is a lot of confusion there. But overall, if we speak about ascendant wise, which we do, is the owner of the 10th house in the second house also demands family related business or family related job. So, for example, if someone is in Navy, you as a son or daughter, if you have this placement, you should go in that same field. Okay, Rohitji? Moving on to the third house, the extreme important house, because this is the house of your personal interest and personal success, as well as short distance journeys. So now your 10th lord in the third house, during Gochar also, during transit also, if by chance the third house, 10th house lord comes in the third house, here also there is going to be very much work which will be related to communication, networking, and short journeys. Now, those people who LinkedIn, they keep sending requests, so it is basically because 10th house lord is in transiting through the third house. So they want to make more and more communication. They want to make more and more network. They are even willing to fly in a short distance or go to short distance to do their business. So intercity business, interstate business, inter-country business, depending if the ninth house Lord is also aspecting the third house, because any planet who will sit in the ninth house will aspect the third house. So it already depends on that. These individuals have a very keen interest in writing, teaching, or profession that involves using their intellect and communication skills. Exactly. My third house in my D10 has a debilitated Jupiter. But what does it do? It puts an exalted aspect on the ninth house. That's why I have decided to start the classes and teach. That is how it means. You have to understand the place and remember, the more your chart has debilitated planet, the more you will be successful and happy. The more you will have exalted planet, the more you will be troubled in your life. Remember, one or two exalted planets good, but you have some people I see, Rohiji, have four exalted planets. They are going through hell lot of time, because all the planets have already gained so much strength, and during this event, during this time of Kali Yuga, they are not able to give their kind of effects. If you were living in a farm, they would have given you three buffaloes.
Hmm.
That is what the planet exalted planet means. And the career might involve travel, media, marketing, sales. Such kind of thing is very good for you. You will be anything there is communication. You can become a very good salesperson, very good call center person. So mostly third house for all the individuals on earth is very good, because communication is a key part of our life. And if this placement also allows you, you should choose such kind of careers.
I think the most YouTubers in the world also from this
Yeah.
combination.
Yes, Rohitji. Yes, yes, yes. Third house lord is very important. So, for example, if Leo ascendant, example for Leo ascendant people, third house lord is Venus, and 10th house lord is also Venus. So, what should they do? Based on the planet, based on the placement of Venus, they should choose their career.
On from
So,
social
it's
media.
communication, social media, and 10th house, that is profession in media and communications. So, both the places. So now, Rohiji, this placement can indicate a strong connection. When the 10th house lord is in the fourth house, very much strong connection between career and family. Now, Rohiji, as the second house is not so potent to give you career and family, but here it clearly says that family business should be taken for sure. Number one is family business, and you might find extreme success through real estate, home-based business, like people who work from home and some create some stuff at home and then they sell it. Such kind of business are very good, or professions that are related to nurturing and caretaking, like nurse. Those do not have doctor yoga; they have nurse and caretaking yoga. So such people who want to do such kind of things, you may also prioritize your career along with your family responsibilities. So career and family responsibilities must be hand in hand. Such people, I have seen many charts, Guruji, where 10th house lord is in the fourth, and they give up on their career, on their family, and they're only involved in their career. So no, family is very important, and such people get lot of inner peace from family business. So family business is the key for 10th house lord in the fourth house.
Family business
Okay,
or work from home.
or partnership from family, because partnership in family business, because Rohiji, 10th lord is sitting seventh from itself in the house of partnership, in the house of family.
My 10th
So
lord is
family,
in fourth house.
yeah, family partnership business is very good for them. Ruji in the fifth house. Now it is very excellent. When the 10th house lord is in the fifth house, it is an excellent yoga. Excellent means excellent yoga.
In the lord in
Here,
Trikona.
yeah, lord in trikon, and that too, lord in trikon. And number one is that it is a Lakshmi Stan. So it is very important. Fifth house is give lot of importance to the fifth house of education also. Now here, Rohitji, it is also the house of your brain and creativity. Okay, so this placement can bring success in creative and speculative fields. Anyone who wants to go into stock market, go here. If your 10th lord is in your fifth house, because you will have brain to actually function and make profit out of it. Now another thing is that you may excel in entertainment, arts, or anything that involves self-expression. Now actors, all these dancers, all these performers, performing artists, they all have such kind of a placement of the 10th house lord, or relation between 10th house and the fifth house, because here it shows that the daily work and routine should be related to creativity. Now, because this is the house of education and kids, Rohitji, here teaching kids, coaching, mentoring, everything is also very favorable, very auspicious for people who have such kind of placement. Okay. Teacher. Mostly I have seen whenever Jupiter is sitting in the fifth house and the owner of the 10th house, right? Rohitji, such people become a teacher. So extremely good. Mostly for Pisces ascendant people because their first house and 10th house Lord, if the goes and sits in the um, fifth house, such people become teachers or mentors or write books also, right? There is another relation here, right? They can write books also. Now here, when the 10th house Lord is in the sixth house, again I was giving an example for Leo ascendant people, just which is my ascendant. If the 10th house Lord is in the fifth house, in the sixth house, here it suggests career focused on many things like service, healthcare, or problem solving. Okay, you can become a very good problem solver for other people. Other people who are going through trouble, other people who are going to not take able to take decisions. This is the this is the kind of placement which can help other people take. For example, we go to the doctor. He says no, we have to do an operation because he's taking decision on your behalf, right? So these are such kind of professions where you go to an huh?
Lawyers.
Lawyers, exactly from sixth house, they take decision on your behalf that you know what we should do this appeal. That is how we will be saved. Same way,
Insolvent.
lawyers, yeah,
Hmm.
service industry. Like for example, what are
Tax
employees
accountant.
doing? What are employees doing, Luigi, every day? They're taking decisions on behalf of the company so that the company can profit out of it. So you have to understand these basic things that this placement gives that astrologers, what are they doing? If you come to an astrologer, they will tell you, no, 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 don't leave your job right now. You will get a job during this period because they are taking a decision on your behalf, not
Hmm.
to professions related to medicine, wellness, administrative roles, or any field there they can contribute to the betterment of others is
Hmm.
supposed to be done. So those people who have sent me a lot of requests for the new course which we are doing, where I see 100%, I see that how is the 10th house placement done, and does the 10th house, 6th house, and 8th house have any kind of relationship? If that happens, then only I'm taking. Otherwise, I have mailed so many people that sorry, it's not going to work out. But if you just want to join for the sake of learning, it is good. So Luigi, yes, mostly 10th house Lord in the 6th house means you can become a problem solver. Okay, doctor, lawyer, administrator, IAS officers, all these people who
Mediators,
are
arbitrators who are
arbitrary
mediating between two
mediators.
parties.
It's a mediator. It's a mediator between you and some other energy. Exactly. Just understand this much. Moving on, when 10th house in the seventh house, so, 10th house Lord. Now here again, no one, everyone knows. Eh? It is 10th from the 10th now. Understand Bhavat Bhavan. 10th from the 10th. It can indicate success through partnerships and collaborations. Okay, all the mostly things, all our Rishi Munis, Bhrigu Rishi, Parasharaji, Gemini ji, they were not, they did a research on thousands and thousands and millions of charts because they had a long life also. Right now, in our life, we are not doing any research. We are just picking up the book and doing totavar, like parrot. But
Mhm.
they did a lot of research. That's why I have a database. Currently, I have a database, Rohiji, of around 300, 400 charts
Wow,
where some people have also allowed me to use the chart in my book for research purposes.
very good.
Yeah, because it will give new age research that why. In according to Parashara, if you read, it says that if the seventh house Lord is in the 10th house, he will get a bullock, he will get a cow. But now that seventh house Lord, if it is in the 10th house, that means fourth from itself, it gave him a very luxurious car because it was sitting with Venus. It gave him Ferrari, it gave him Lamborghini. So new research. So that bullock is not coming. The breed of bullock will be very good if you do that. But that breed is now Ferrari. That breed is now Lamborghini. So here, legal matters, public relations, very good for you. You may be drawn to careers where you'll work closely with professionals. Now, negotiations, legal matters, public relations. You become an MLA, a member of Legislative Assembly, a member of Parliament, someone of designation. Like Indira Gandhi, if we say when the 10th house Lord came to the 7th house, she became the Prime Minister of India. very big research chart. So it gives you a status in the society. Seventh house, remember Rohiji, seventh house is the house of status. When seventh house activates, you get married, you become a husband, and someone becomes a wife. When seventh house activates, you start a business company, someone becomes a managing director, someone becomes a director, someone becomes head of operations, someone becomes someone else. So seventh house gives you designation. Okay. This, remember in Gochar, in transit, if the any lord of the 10th house comes in the 7th house, that is a time of extreme success for you. May it be malefic or benefic, does not matter. But that period will bring you success. Moving on to the 8th house, Rohiji. So 8th house, no one is not aware of 8th house. It is the house related to research, extreme research, deep studies, psychology, transformation, or dealing with hidden matters. In the morning, I saw a chart of a person who has the Lagna Lord in the 8th house. Lagna Lord in the 8th house, that is Moon in the 8th house, in the nakshatra of Mars. So I just asked him that, do you do anything related to mining? Because Moon sitting in the house of Mars, Lagna Lord, going deep inside the earth. And he said, yes, I am a gemologist. He sells
Oh,
gems. He will be watching this video and he will then say, sir, you used my reference. He said, I watch all your videos completely, even if it's not my ascendant, to learn. So
yeah.
this placement can relate it in field related to research. Now, such people who become want to do PhD, we just apply for PhD, but we are not able to complete. We have to see the placement of eighth house and how eighth house, can you make a career after doing PhD, or you should just hold on and start working now. So this is all we need to see from the 10th house lord sitting in the eighth. Now, astrology, insurance, okay, hidden things. Insurance is very hidden. You can suddenly die. That is insurance, and you get a lot of money. Insurance, occult, and even science, Rohitji. Like all the scientists who are doing research on galaxies, on medical research, eighth house. So eighth house is a very significant house, but we have to remember that eighth house is the house of losses also, transformation also. That's why a person from a child directly transforms into a scientist very soon because his eighth house is so activated. Some people we see, Rohiji, some young kids who are like 14 years old and they are in NASA. They are working in contract with NASA because they have such intellect, and that is because of the eighth house energy. So make sure your eighth, if 10th Lord is in the eighth house, you have to treat yourself in that direction. The only reason of making this video is to put you to the right direction. And there are many combinations and many kind of things which can make things and break things. That comes after we see your individual birth chart. Now, 10th house Lord in the ninth house. This placement suggests success through higher education, Rohitji, philosophy, travel, or teaching. Fifth house is the house of education, and fifth from the fifth is the ninth house. Is the house of higher education. Remember, if you want to do MBA after a break, you have to see the ninth house. Is the ninth house Lord active? Is he coming into Dashanta Dasha? Is he in transit? Is what is the placement? Then you can decide that if you want to go into any kind of higher education or no. It is the house of travel. It takes you distant places, and not only distant places through physically, through mentally also. When you are studying, you might be studying the geography of Rome, example. It takes you mentally also away from this place. It takes you to a different region, different realm. That's why it is the house of philosophy, where you can become philosopher. Go and see Osho's Kundli, Rajneesh Osho, and see his ninth house and 12th house. Such people have philosophical knowledge. They talk with so much conviction that millions and millions of people start following them. What is a teacher? A teacher, everyone starts following. They're just quiet when teacher is speaking. So this is the house of higher learning. Now, this is also the house of you working with diverse cultures, international relations, or areas to expand people horizon. So now you say, I am doing IAS officing, IAS work. If the 10th house lord is by chance sitting in the ninth house, you will become an IFS, Indian Foreign Service, or you will become a diplomat. That is the kind of thing we can see from this kind of research. And such people also become diplomats and work closely with authority because such people have that tendency in their chart. They have that kind of placement where they can be a They can use philosophy, higher education, as well as their uh, culture to make sure that in foreign countries they survive and make sure the relationship between two other countries become very good. Okay, Rohitji. Now, here comes the 10th house lord in the 10th house. Now, this placement reinforces with the connection between career and self identity. Again, like the first house, Rohitji, and like the 10th house, they are most almost the same. They are here, you have to make sure that you make or reinforce a connection between your career and your self identity. They're highly focused on public image and professional achievements. Very ambitious, highly ambitious. They are also likely to achieve recognition and success in their chosen field of business or politics or government or brokers or real estate agents. Anything they do, they will become successful. They will take up, they will want their name. More than money, these people demand name in the society. They want that my name should be bigger. When you're putting my advertisement, put my face very big. Such kind of demands come from people who have 10,000. Now, here, another thing which you have to remember that some people might not get very much success here because such people are very self centered. They do not care about other people, they just care about their own profit. So, if that is the placement and you have this, make sure that you go a little bit outside your horizon and start gathering other kind of energies and, energies from other people. Also, be giving. Not be on the receiving side always. Be giving. Another thing is that if the dasha and antardasha does not support you, if there is no 10th house dasha and antardasha, then you will not be able to have success at all. Your 10th house dasha and antardasha has to come for you to achieve the profits or from the what you say the fruits of the 10th house. Now, when 10th house, Rohitji, planet is in the 11th house, it is a very good placement because the career has gone to another level. Here you have great success, or it leads to great success through networking, social groups, innovative thinking. But if a malefic is aspecting it, if there is any kind of aspect on a malefic from a malefic, then your public image goes bad, your network starts hating you, your thinking goes bad, your goals are never achieved. So that is the reason we need to make sure that in your birth chart, how is your planet placed? This is a generic statement. The 10th house in the 11th house, it says success through networking, social groups, and innovative thinking. You might excel in profession related to technology, social causes, community building endeavors. Become politicians. You see Modi ji chart. I think is Rahu is in the 11th house, right, Rohit? If I'm not wrong,
I don't.
I feel.
Uh,
I
I'm
feel I
also sorry.
remember because his Rahu was in the 11th house, I'm sure. So he got a lot of fame, lot of defame also, right? During the Gujarat problem, he got a lot of defame. Then, he's leading a very beautiful country right now with so much power, international respect he got through his prime ministership. So amazing. But now again for the same thing. Now it is the completely depends on the placement of your planet in the house with aspect with conjunction. We have to see a lot of things to understand that what kind of energy is that bringing out. Now another thing which you have to remember that 11th house is the house of extreme gains. So such people get extreme gains through network only, like social network or the networking business only, like all this WFG, World Financial Group, do one network marketing. This is how they get money. And those who have such kind of placement should also use social media for their promotions. Third house, if the 10th house is in the third house, if the 10th house is in the 11th house, you should use social media a lot because that will give you more and more success. Now, in the 12th house, so 12th house is the house of higher spirituality. It is the house of losses. Yeah, it has been given a lot of bad credit that it is the house of losses. It will give you this, it will give you hospital, it will give you jail. But understand, this is the house where you are connected to the foreign country. So this means that you can indicate a career that is related to foreign country, a career that is related to spirituality, a career that is related to healing, Reiki experts, all these healers, doctors, you know those who are in hospital. So it is the house of hospital does not mean you will be in hospital. It is the house of hospital means you might choose a profession where you will be in hospitals. You will be a doctor, a radiologist, a nurse, administrative job in a hospital, many things, healing, behind the scenes work, volunteers, those who, I, Rohitji, giving an example. I was in Watford Temple in London, the Hare Krishna Temple in Watford. And the guy who was taking my shoes, because there, where we come, you remove the shoes, they will take in the hand and they will put in the cupboard. So someone who was with me who took me there, Mr. Ramanuj Das, very important person in that temple. He told me the guy who just took your shoes is a billionaire. He comes in a custom-made Rolls Royce, and he took your shoes and he's putting it at Seva. So behind the scenes work where no one sees you, when no one knows you, go to such places and shanti se do your work, like very relaxed, no, like without even shouting who you are. Right? Mark Zuckerberg then came to Neem Kirori Baba Ashram in Uttarakhand. He slept on the floor for 2 days. Did anyone know about that? No, no one knew that he was still CEO of Facebook. No one knew about it. But later he revealed to Modi ji that I came and I believe in Neem Kirori Baba. So you have to understand that behind the scenes work, very quiet work, volunteer work, where no one knows that you are doing this or that. No need to put selfie on Facebook or Instagram. That I did this. Simple work. And this work they should do with along with their career, not without their career, along with their career, because it is very much required for your karma being karma Lord is placed in the 12th house. You need to burn your karmas here. It means a lot of burning of your karmas. You may also be into fields like seclusion, charitable work, helping others on large scale, again, volunteer work. And those people who want to become jailers, those people who want to work in correction centers, jail centers, mental hospitals, this is the place, this is the placement for them. So choose your career very wisely. This is what I would like to tell each and every person, that career is the most important thing. Then later, after 10, 12 years, you think that, I work here, I did not get success at all. It's just going on and on. And suddenly you start doing something else and you start getting success. Ji, Rohit ji.
Definitely, the very important video because the 10th house lords decided what you need to do in your life, what profession you will choose, and you will what you will become. So definitely, I think very good learning, and this is a series which we expect from you for regarding all houses. If we get one
Yes,
by
Rohit.
one, then we
Ji.
will get definitely very good knowledge of astrology. Thank you, Akash. Thank you very much for this beautiful video, and we hope that our viewers have learned so much. Kindly subscribe this channel and share this video so other people can also learn this astrology. Thank you. We'll meet you
Ji,
in
Rohit
some
ji.
another video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman,
Ji.
Jai Mahalakshmi, Jai Mahalakshmi.